on? Who the fuck is this woman? Like, what in the hell is going on? Why are they talking like that?
Wait, hold on. You're asking why they're talking like that? Have you heard yourself?
Who is she?
Oh, Tom, let's start with the basics. You don't talk, you whimper in bullet points. You're not delivering takes. You're leaking insecurities through a microphone. The voice? Weak. Unsteady. It sounds like it's trying to escape your mouth before the sentence finishes. That's not coincidence. That's nerves. You call yourself a professional shit talker, but you sound like someone who needs to ask for permission before giving an opinion. You're not sharp. You're not clever. You're a man-child with a mic and no message. You react to everything and build nothing. The face? Mousy. The voice? Mousy. The energy? Mousy. Every reaction you post is a full-body panic attack. Because a woman spoke with clarity. That's emotional instability. You flinch. You grimace. You gasp like someone opened a window and let common sense in. It's performance art from a man-child with zero range and even less presence. Jamie Kern Lima built a billion-dollar company. Megan Sussex rewrote the rules of royal history. You watched their interview and lost control of your eyebrows, your voice, and your self-respect in one video. That's a meltdown. You're not giving charisma. You're giving crust. You look like you filmed from the floor because that's where your self-esteem lives. You talk big, but your energy says scared little man-child, begging the algorithm to notice him. You want to be a presence? You're not. You're a punchline. You don't serve looks. You don't serve brains. You don't serve relevance. You serve twitchy reactions and dry skin. You sit there mugging into a camera like that's a skill. It's not. Your face moves more than your point does. You drag your sentences out, hoping they'll sound smarter when they land. They don't. You sound like someone who's rehearsed this in the mirror too many times and still didn't get it right. You're not locked in. You're lost. And the worst part is, you think this is your thing. It's giving incel energy.
Now, Megan dropped her like a hotcake and dumped her once Jessica was cancelled in the public eye. So Jessica was embroiled in a heated online argument with a blogger and was subsequently cancelled. Megs did not like this, however. So after Jessica was cancelled, their relationship was kaput. Dang, Megan is super quick to drop them like it's hot, eh? She dropped her like she's hot.
I'm not even going to mention how cringe that was. So, Lindsay Crawford, Cactus Crumpet on TikTok, UKQT on Instagram, decided to open her mouth and rewrite history. She got on TikTok and claimed Megan Sussex dropped Jessica Mulroney like a hot cake after she got canceled in a spat with a blogger. What a cute little lie. Let's clear this up. Jessica wasn't canceled over drama. She was publicly called out for threatening a black woman during the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. It wasn't petty. It wasn't personal. It was about power. It was about race. And leaving that out, that's not an oversight. That's a dangerous omission. Because when you erase racial dynamics from a story that was explicitly about race, just to reframe a biracial woman as cold and calculating, that's enabling the kind of bias people like Megan have had to navigate their entire lives. You didn't just skip the truth. You edited it. And for what? So you could villainize Megan for setting a boundary? For not standing behind someone who weaponized their privilege to silence a black woman? That's what you're spinning as drama? It's giving protect the status quo energy. It's giving let's not make the white woman look bad. It's giving a platform of half-truths with consequences. Also, let's talk about how I can't even tag you. Not on TikTok, not on Instagram, because you blocked me. You've got time to distort the narrative, but not the courage to hear the other side. That says everything. Megan didn't drop Jessica for optics. She walked away because what Jessica did was indefensible. That's not being a bad friend. That's standing for something. Say her name. Sasha Exeter. The woman Jessica tried to silence. The woman you didn't even mention. The woman whose existence deserves to be more than just erased for your bachelor voting based narrative. So if you're going to tell the story, Lindsay, tell the whole thing. Or stop talking. The new luxury isn't a bag. It's a garden. And Megan is leading the trend. People used to flex with handbags. Now they flex with gardens. A well-maintained garden signals wealth. taste, and privacy. It also feeds a lifestyle. Meghan is the clearest example of this trend. She doesn't stage it, she lives it. Her Montecito home has edible gardens, lemons, lavender, golden berries. Her kids help harvest. She uses the ingredients in her kitchen. She even bottles them and gifts them. This ties directly into her brand. As ever, the product line includes jams, tea, honey, and wine. Everything connects back to the garden. And she's not the only one leaning into this shift. Shonda Rhimes, Pamela Anderson, and other celebrities are also posting garden content. But Meghan's version stands out. It feels more focused, less staged, more functional. In her Netflix show With Love Meghan, she shows how gardening ties into everything. It's part of how she eats, how she raises her kids, how she entertains, and how she rests. It's intentional, not a show. The aesthetic matches the vibe. Soft linen, neutral colors, subtle glamour. It aligns with the look and feel of her products. Nothing is random. It's all curated without being loud. The garden isn't a background. It's the center. The shift is clear. The new status symbol isn't about what you carry. It's how you live. And Meghan is showing how to do it without forcing it. She's not selling a fantasy. She's sharing a rhythm. That's why it works. Because it's measured, it's intentional, and it's consistent. That's the model. Follow that, not the pose. So the findings from the Charity Commission investigation into Sentabali are finally out. And let's be clear, Prince Harry and Prince Seeso have been completely vindicated. There was all this noise earlier this year, accusations of bullying, harassment, and even misogynoir thrown around after the two princes and other trustees resigned from the charity. But according to the commission, there is no evidence of systematic misconduct. None. No bullying, no harassment, no misogyny, no overreach from Prince Harry. Nothing. This was a charity co-founded to support vulnerable children in Lesotho and Botswana. They gave it 20 years of their lives. And they walked away after what they called a hostile takeover by the new chair, Sophie Chanduka, whose leadership clearly sparked the internal chaos. But instead of accountability, Harry and Seeso were hit with a wave of headlines implying they were part of the problem. Well, now the receipts are in, and they show what many of us already had suspected. The accusations were unfounded. The commission even confirmed that Prince Harry himself did not engage in any wrongdoing. Prince Harry's spokesperson put out a statement basically saying, "We're glad the truth is out, but the damage has been done, especially to the children the charity was supposed to serve." And they're right. This wasn't about reputation. It's about the mission being derailed because of ego, internal politics, and power plays. And the worst part? Sophie Chanduka is still chair. So no, Prince Harry and Prince Seeso are not returning unless there's serious change in leadership. Because you don't spend 2 decades building something from the ground up just to let a snake slither in, start chaos, and then stick around like nothing happened. This was supposed to be about the children, vulnerable kids, no boardroom drama. So now we have clarity. Prince Harry and Prince Seeso did nothing wrong. They were right to raise concerns. They were right to walk away. And now they've been proven right. Period. Vindicated. Loudly.
Have made not one, but many videos talking about how awful and horrible I am.
Shane, you're a liar. You said I made multiple videos about you. I made 2. But you knew that, and you said it anyway. That makes you a liar. And while you were lying to your followers, you were also in my DMs. First, you commented on my recent Venus Williams post, then deleted it the second someone clocked you. Then you DM'd me to say you were proud I made a video without Meghan in it. And then now you've DM'd me again to my second account, 2 messages, 2 accounts, same pattern. Somebody wants attention, but unfortunately for you, you don't get access. I don't talk to trolls privately. You made a video about Meghan. My platform defends Meghan. And you knew that, but you wanted views. So you got them. And now you're trying to play the victim because someone answered you? Babe, you're not the victim. You're the one who started it. You got a response from someone smarter and sharper, and now you're trying to reframe it because your ego got hurt. You called me a little Puerto Rican man.
This little Puerto Rican man is really, really angry at me.
Shane, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'd be proud if I was, but the fact is I'm not. You didn't know my ethnicity. You saw brown skin and made assumptions. That is racism. That is racial profiling. Then you deleted your video. You didn't own it. You didn't explain it. You deleted it. In the same way you're deleting comments. That's what you do. You start something, and when people push back, you run. Now you call yourself an icon?
I think I might be an icon.
You're not. You don't want a conversation. You want engagement. You want me to respond so you could squeeze out more content. You want people to mention you because you have nothing to say unless someone else speaks out first. You started this looking for clout. Now you're playing the victim to keep it going. You're hosting a pity party, table for one, and you're hoping someone in the comments will tell you you're brave or give you a pity comment and stroke your ego. That's the only attention you know how to get. Is it because mommy and daddy didn't love you enough? Did mommy and daddy not teach you about racism? But what do we expect from unseasoned chicken? Besides playing the victim when they're being called out and sulking, pretending you've been wronged when all that happened was someone responded.
Here in the UK, the Charity Commission has found no evidence of widespread bullying, harassment, racism or misogyny at a charity founded by Prince Harry. Centerbull, which helps young people in southern Africa, had faced whistleblower allegations with a bitter dispute leading to the Duke of Sussex and several trustees resigning. Our reporter Ellie Price has more.
Don't smile.
It's the charity Prince Harry set up nearly 20 years ago in honour of his mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. Its mission, deeply personal to both of them, to help people in southern Africa living with HIV and AIDS.
If you look back in, say, 30 or 40 years' time, what do you hope to have achieved in this country?
To make a difference, as I'm sure everybody else does, wherever they go.
But earlier this year, the Prince cut ties with the charity, something he described at the time as a devastating decision. It followed a dispute with the Board of Trustees chair, Dr. Sophie Chanduka, about the direction of fundraising and a complaint by her about what she described as bullying, sexism and racism, allegations she made very public.
Prince Harry authorized the release of a damaging piece of news to the outside world without informing me, or my country directors, or my executive director. And can you imagine what that attack has done for me, on me, and the 540 individuals in the Centre Valley organizations and their family? That is an example of harassment and bullying at scale.
The Charity Commission found no evidence of systemic bullying or harassment, including misogyny or racism. The watchdog said Sophie Chanduka could continue as chair of the charity with an action plan for improvements. But it criticised all sides for allowing the row to play out so publicly.
It's incredibly sad because it's really clear the Duke, from his founding of the charity, his giving of time, finance to it, all of the trustees, their passion and their giving of their time and expertise really cared about this charity and the children it delivered for. So it's sad that there was an impact on the charity and on those children this charity was created for.
But even after the publication, the war of words have continued. Prince Harry said the report fell troublingly short in many regards, primarily because it didn't sanction Dr. Chanduka. While Dr. Chanduka said the unexpected adverse media campaign launched by the Prince and others when they resigned caused incalculable damage. The charity says it's now stronger, more focused and better governed, while Prince Harry will now find new ways to continue supporting the children of Lesotho and Botswana. Ellie Price, BBC News.
A ceremony.
Let me tell you something about Martha Stewart, the felon. The woman who cashed out her stocks before everyone else, got caught, went to prison, and came out not only forgiven, but rebranded as America's domestic goddess. She's in the news again, this time for telling Meghan Markle, and I quote, "I hope she knows what she's talking about. Authenticity to me is everything." And I had to stop for a second. Not the pot calling the kettle black, because Did you know what you were talking about when you were making insider trades? Did you know what you were talking about when you risk your reputation for a profit? Here's the thing. Martha Stewart's career, in many ways, was never about knowing what she was doing. It was about looking like she knew. It was about being white, polished, and marketable enough for people to project expertise onto her. The system was built to believe her, to forgive her, to allow her to fail upward. And here we are in 2025, living in an era where many white women have entered what I call their villain era. They no longer care how history will remember them. And if they can stand next to a black man, especially one chasing acceptance from white America, they believe they can say whatever they want and no one will notice the racism in their words. I recently saw a white woman content creator admit something that stuck with me. She said she now judges racism not by what white women say to her, but how they treat black women. Because historically, white women have been the men of women, reluctant to build community with women of other races, and quick to exclude us when it suits them. We saw it with Susan B. Anthony, celebrated as a feminist icon, yet openly dismissive of black women's rights. And we see it now with Martha Stewart. Because here's what I think is really going on. Meghan Markle, biracial, married to a prince, creating a lifestyle brand, is doing something Martha Stewart doesn't believe a black woman should be doing. Taking up space, keeping it, refusing to apologize for it. If anyone understands authenticity, it's Meghan Markle. She has a black mother. She's navigated racism on an international stage. I trust her recipes more than I would ever trust Martha Stewart's, because cultural authenticity doesn't come from a brand deal. It comes from lived experience. And if I'm being 100% honest, if I had to sit at a table, it wouldn't be with Martha Stewart. Because if you can steal, you can kill. And let's not pretend insider trading isn't stealing. It's taking money out of someone else's pocket before they even know it's gone. Yet Stewart gets to come back from that scandal unshamed to even celebrate it. The same way Donald Trump, another felon, gets to publicly belittle Kamala Harris as if peaches and apples are even in the same basket. We're living in an era where mediocrity wrapped in whiteness believes it has the moral authority to judge excellence. Anytime I hear a white person single out Meghan Markle or Beyonce for criticism, I know exactly what I'm looking at. A discomfort with powerful women who refuses to shrink themselves. Women who don't beg for entry into spaces, they simply exist in them. So no, Martha Stewart, authenticity isn't everything to you. Proximity to whiteness is. And that's why you could serve time for a felony, come out smiling, and go right back to the top. But here's my question for all of us. If we keep letting people who have built their brands on death, exclusion, and privilege define authenticity for the rest of us, what does that say about the world we are living in? And more importantly, what does it say about us?
I can't rewrite the past, but I can refuse to carry its silence, especially when the truth is still waiting to be heard. This isn't about guilt. It's about witnessing, standing in the long shadow of injustice and choosing not to look away. I wasn't there when the chains were fastened, when the names were stripped, when entire lineages were shattered for profit. But I was born in the image of those who benefited, and I know that matters. Whether I asked for it or not, history has placed something at my feet, and now I choose to carry it. I don't carry the whip, but I carry its legacy, and if I stay silent, I become part of its echo. So this isn't a gesture. It's a turning point, a small offering in the direction of repair. I'm sorry that your beauty was treated like a threat, that your joy had to wear armor, that your grief was policed before it was ever held. I'm sorry the world tried to cage your brilliance, shrinking you to fit a story that you never wrote, and still expected your grace while handling the weight of it all. I'm sorry it took this long to say this, to mean it, to feel it in the body. Your pain was not an accident, it was engineered. And I'm standing here now to say, I see it, and I will not pretend otherwise. I don't come with answers, I come with reverence, a willingness to listen longer than I speak, to walk beside you without needing to be seen. Because healing doesn't happen in declarations. It happens in devotion, in the quiet choices we make when no one's watching, to show up differently than those who came before us. In this apology, it's not closure. It's conservation. A vow. To break the spell of silence. To name what was buried. To become the kind of ancestor who turns pain into protection and privilege into presence. I can't undo the past, but I can help carry the future. Not for you, but with you. Because dignity is not something I give. It's something I honor. And your liberation has always been divine.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Guys, Sophie Chambauka is crazy. I can't believe after all this one here, I wonder who this kid has been hanging out with. Who her mama is. Damn, I don't know. Them African mamas just changed on us like that. Is it 2025 or what's going on with African mamas? They're really not educating them kids good down there anymore. What I used to know about African mamas taught us not to be traitors. And look at this one here, race traitor. Chamboka, you are shameless. And if I were you, I would resign. But whoever gave birth to you on the wrong side of births of black women, the queens, my sisters, my aunties, my everything, the people who raised me and gave birth to me. It's a shame to call Sophia Chambauka a black woman. Because what she did, how can you side with the colonizers and do this kind of thing and sell your own sister? Call the TV and talk everything that she said. Talk about the stuff that she went and stayed about her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. But what I'm going to tell you, jealousy is real. When sometimes you got some sisters like Sophia Chambauka, whom God did not really bless with good looks, they kind of get jealous sometimes. You know, Chambauka, if you look at that Chambauka's mouth, that long mouth that Chambauka got, that's not what my beauty sisters look like. When you have those sisters with long mouths like Chambauka, they always feel like they were nobody. They always feel that complex, but that is evil. Love your sister, and that beauty of love is gonna make you look beautiful in my face. But right now, Chambauka, I'm telling you, I don't know who gave birth to you, but to me, you look like this. You look like this. I don't know what, you know, y'all know that insect that is the French people call guêpe. Yeah, go Google what the guêpe is. You know, those guêpes, go look in your dictionary. I'm not gonna say too much here. I need my video go through, because you know, sometimes people like Chambauka be temptating me and make my mouth say some stuff, and when I say some other stuff, YouTube kind of tries to turn on me. They try to turn my lots of stuff on my channel, but guess what? It's just a joke. But Chambauka, I'm telling you, on those looks when God was giving everybody like a straight lips, like a beautiful black girl juice lips, you were on the other side. You were probably hanging out with Carol Middleton, or maybe your mama was hanging out with Carol Middleton. That's why, damn, your lips kind of looks like Carol Middleton. Your little face also kind of looks like that. Which girl, I wonder where you coming from. How much did bullying pay you? And you know, the person who was doing all the fundraising for that Santa Bala, and we also, the Success Squad, did that one a while ago. We gave money to that charity, you know. And right now you can't even raise $700. You know, these white people really bad. I tell you, what are you eating with with these mean white people, these racists, it's like you eating with the devil. Girl, you need to get yourself a long fork to eat with these devils, the colonizers. You think they like you, ugly face? They don't. They don't like you, bitch. They do not like you, Chambauka. And right now here, they already chewed you like a chewing gum. Next thing you know, they're gonna spit you to the ground. Hey, girl, I'm telling you, you just ruined everything for that Santa Bali. I feel sorry for the kids who have HIV and AIDS, and you say those people are not dying. I don't know what part of Africa you're talking about, because those part of Africa, that's where these white people want to poison people's blood there with HIV AIDS. They want to punish those people. I mean, girl, I need this video go through. You know, sometimes like when the expression comes in my mind, I start talking about lots of stuff, and then the YouTube comes, tells me all those kind of bullshit, and that pisses me off too. It does. So I'm telling you, Chambauka, you know these racist white people really bad, and you need to select the white people that you want to hang out with, because some of those people really came from the white supremacists, and those are the same ones who are in the White House right now. The good white people, we hanging out with them out here. We are here supporting the Her Royal Highness Duchess Success with together. Those are wonderful white people, like my soon-to-be mother-in-law, wonderful lady. She goes to church with me. She's God bless her. She sent me some cookies. Yeah, you look good for good white people to hang out with, because most of these white supremacists, I tell you, they don't like you, Chambauka. They called you, they used you against your own sister, and because you so damn so stupid and ugly, and that's where you ended. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen to your little job right now. And I heard you don't even get paid the salary, but I'm sure Bullion does pay you under bid. I wonder if you also laying down with that boy, because you know that boy is single right now. But you know one thing that I know, he is both-sided. He both-sided with Jefferson Enough, and then both sides with Rosa Hansberry. Maybe both-sided with you too. I don't know. Let it both side with all of y'all guys, losers, terrible people. I'll talk to y'all guys again later. Bye for now.